Yeah. Heung-min Son. Heralded by most as world class, by some as drop dead gorgeous, and by myself as the Asian N'Golo Kante due to his infectious likability, Son Heung-min certainly seems to have it all. Today we will be looking at what Son offers as a player and, if we have time, what kind of moisturiser he uses. A few formalities first though. Son is currently 30 years of age, getting on slightly in terms of football, but the South Korean still has plenty of spark in him, as evidenced by his fantastic skincare alone. The Tottenham forward boasts the ability of being either-footed, which has contributed to his current record of 184 goals in 506 club appearances, all competitions that is, and his 35 goals in 104 games at international level. The 2018 Asian Games saw South Korea named champions, with Son assisting both extra-time goals against Japan. The tournament win would guarantee the whole squad exemption from mandatory military service. But let's take a look at where it all started. Sonny, the offspring of former South Korea B team footballer Son Heung-min, came through the ranks at FC Seoul before eventually setting off to the home of the hamburger, Hamburger SV. It was said by his then agent, and I think actually he's still the agent, Vice Bleimeister, that Son would watch SpongeBob SquarePants in order to learn German, hoping to make the most of his big break. He would join Hamburger's youth team in August of 2008 at just 16 years of age, making appearances for the under-17s, under-19s and reserves team before officially signing for the first team 2 years later, on his birthday, to see if he really wanted that Bundesliga beef. And it appeared he did. Son had a fantastic pre-season, scoring 9 goals. He would return from a brief injury spell in October 2010 against FC Köln for his first Hamburger start and first Hamburger goal, becoming the youngest player to score in the Bundesliga for Hamburger SV at 18 years and 112 days of age. He would finish the season with 3 goals in 12 Bundesliga appearances, playing all across the front three. And this positional flexibility would continue into the following seasons, wherein Son got himself 5 goals and 1 assist in the Bundesliga 11-12 season, making 27 appearances, and 12 goals in 33 games in the 12-13 season, including a famous brace to sink Dortmund 4-1 that February. That would be his last season with Hamburger, as he moved to Bayer Leverkusen for a €10 million fee in June of 2013, giving rise to one of the best non-rare FIFA Ultimate Team cards to ever grace the virtual clubs of millions. Those were heady days for Son and I alike, as he would notch up another double-digit goal-scoring return in the Bundesliga that year, including a hat-trick against former employers Hamburger, and I would lose my virginity. 14-15 was almost a spitting image of his previous season. This time though, he got his first 3 goals in the Champions League and 11 Bundesliga goals to boot. That brings us nicely to Son's arrival at what was then White Hart Lane, joining the North London outfit for £22 million a few days before the end of the 2015 summer transfer window, becoming the most expensive Asian player in football history. Whilst it was the genesis of Tottenham's relative success under Mauricio Pochettino, it was a fairly quiet season for Son overall, tallying 8 goals and 5 assists in 40 appearances all competitions. Spurs finished second, narrowly missing out on the Premier League title to Claudio Ranieri's Leicester City. The 17-18 season saw another runner-up finish for Tottenham, but this time coming in the Champions League after their 2-0 loss to Liverpool. However, despite the lack of silverware for both Tottenham and Son, in at least 6 of his now 7 years at Tottenham, Son has managed to score over 15 goals a season in all competitions. That includes his Golden Boot winning 21-22 season, tying with Liverpool's Mo Salah with 23 Premier League goals. Son has also managed to contribute 10 or more assists in 5 of those seasons. It's hardly surprising, therefore, that Son is now considered one of the best left wingers in the game. Perhaps best demonstrated by his 2020 Puskás Award-winning goal that came against Burnley in November of 2019, wherein he channeled the spirit of Diego Maradona and ran from one end of the pitch to slot home comfortably at the other, skipping past 7 Burnley players in the process. This, in conjunction with his emotional reaction to a tackle made on then Everton's Andre Gomes in that same month, perfectly illustrates that Son Heung-min is a mighty fine player with a mighty fine soul. Also, it's Nivea.